This moment right here is where I learnt a very important lesson in group riding.
Morning, how you going?
You gonna fit on that bike, you reckon?
I will fit on that bike, but you think I'm a bit too big?
Big fella.
I am.
Big rig.
We are up in Noosa, so I'm doing the Noosa Tuesday World Champs. I actually got a special guest or someone I'm meeting for this ride, so meeting up with Cam Nichols for this ride, or I've been in contact with him and he said he's going to run a camera as well. Looking forward to getting some footage from his perspective and my perspective on this ride. Hopefully I hold on the whole way and then it's more enjoyable and it's not just his footage the rest of the ride. It's a 45k ride in total. I don't really know what to expect. I've heard a few things. One of the guys I ride with told me that it's pretty hard. It's very surgy, kind of like the CBCC race pace that I did the other day. Been told to do this ride by a couple of people, so let's get into it. The ride starts in approximately 10 minutes, so I'm just making my way over now. I am just down the road. It's about a 40-minute drive to get up here, which wasn't too bad. There's no traffic at this time of the day. Pretty sure it starts just down here, but I can't see anyone yet. Welcome. How are you? Looking back on this ride, there was quite a few things that I could have done better. So the lesson that I learned was do your course management or do your course recon before you join a ride. Specifically a ride that you've never done before. So I've never really been up to Noosa before and I'm not very familiar with the area. And it kind of put me in a bit of a predicament later on in this ride because I didn't know the route, I didn't know where we were going, and I didn't know what was coming up. Now, if I had, things could have been a little bit different. I don't want to throw any spoilers out there, however, if Cam wasn't on this ride, we probably wouldn't have a video, so I'm very grateful he was. As you can probably tell, the watts on this ride fluctuate quite a lot, so I would say it's considered a pretty surgy ride. Even hitting 900 watts just coming out of a corner before, the legs were really feeling it at this point.
So here we're coming into the drop zone on the Noosa Tuesday World Champs. Typically I'd recommend, particularly if you've never done this ride before, not doing a turn into this pinch, which is known as the corkscrew, which according to Strava is a touch over 30 seconds in length, but in reality it's probably more like a 60 to 90 second effort if you factor in the lead in and the false flat at the top. Unfortunately, Max and I didn't have much time together before the ride started due to various reasons, so I didn't give him the lowdown. So when I saw him rolling a turn leading into this climb, I thought it was going to be a challenge for him, especially when the first third of this ride on the World Champs loop was at world record pace. In fact, we had averaged 48 kilometers per hour up until this point, which is pretty quick for a lumpy ride. After the corkscrew pinch, it's some undulating terrain before we turn into a Strava segment called Sunnyside Up. This is roughly a 3.5 minute effort over 2.1 kilometers, and while it's only a 2.4% gradient, it's a tricky one because it undulates and false flats, often putting people into a false sense of security. So often this area too becomes another drop zone. And on this particular morning, I personally did my second fastest time ever up Sunnyside Up, and the fastest time I've personally ever done, we were actually chasing Caleb Ewan's wheel. It's about 12 to 18 months ago, so she was definitely pretty hot this morning. So this is the final left-hander straight up the final challenging pinch, which is known as Muster on Strava. I'd say this is kind of like the final challenge on the Noosa Tuesday World Champs. In other words, if you make it up here with the group, you're pretty much home and hosed. Interestingly, at the top of this pinch, according to one of the locals who actually holds the Noosa World Champs world record, which was I think set like 5-6 years ago, of 31 minutes and 54 seconds. That's over a 24.2 kilometer course. We were actually on pace to break that record, but here's the big consideration. After all those pinches and a lot of dick swinging, the legs are fatigued. So unfortunately we didn't break the record, but we were only 20 seconds off, which just goes to show she was a spicy one this morning, Max. So don't feel too bad about popping off, and I'm sure you've learned your lesson not to do a turn into that probably biggest dropping zone of the Tuesday World Champs, and I'm certain you'll make it around next time. So I am expecting part 2 in the series.
Got taken the wrong way by someone, and I think he might have gotten a flat. So apologies, mate, but I have no idea where I am and had to keep going. Coming down into Noosa'ville now, that was fucking tough. Even the first 25 Ks, full gas pretty much, from 5Ks to 6Ks in. Sorry for letting you down, Cam, and getting dropped. I got to the park up, or what's supposed to be the park up on the Noosa Bike Shop website. Cam's not here. Cam apparently waited for me, and I somehow beat him here. So now I feel bad. My bad. He waited for me. What a bloke. What a fucking bloke. Anyway, we're gonna go have coffee and then we're gonna do a few Ks together. I think it was quite ambitious to think that I would survive that ride. I did an attack, or not an attack, but I rolled a turn. As Jesse's told me once before, you don't roll turns at good spots, so that needs some work. But yeah, I rolled a turn, probably at the wrong time, and then we had a little climb straight after. Legs weren't feeling good, and that was just all game over. 20 seconds off. Oh, okay.
Like when they were going up the hill, I saw.
So just got back from riding with Cam. Cam and I went down to Perugian Beach from Noosa, which I think is an extra maybe 30 Ks on top of what we'd done. They did say that the ride today, the Noosa Champs, was 20 seconds or so off the fastest time ever. So it was a quick one. And funnily enough, Cam was speaking to me and he said, you know that spot where you came past and did a turn? He said that's probably the worst spot to take a turn because that's where everyone gets dropped, or majority of people fall off. Awesome ride this morning. Learnt a lot through that ride and pretty stoked that I still managed to hold on for a little bit. It was good riding with Cam. He's a great bloke, easy to yarn to. He's given me some ideas for content. Next time I'm up, I'll probably tee up another ride with him, get a coffee. 71 Ks with an average of 34. Now I'm heading back home. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. And I did get dropped, but that's all the fun. All fun and games, right? If you get dropped, it means you're working hard. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next vid, and thanks for watching.